Welcome to the 77 Billiards podcast, where we queue up the coolest conversations in the world of billiards.
Hey guys, welcome to 77 Viewers Podcast. And I'm quite excited about this episode as we have a special guest tonight from Vietnam. But before that, let me introduce you to my co host, Marl. Marl,
Hi.
this is what I call a change of pace episode. This is quite different from the one we had last week with the X44. I think it's a
Very
little bit
different.
more chaotic, to say the least.
Yeah, I thank you, Briggs. Thank you, Mom, for having me. And I saw the description of the X44 podcast, and I was like, yeah, it's like something uncensored or etc.
Yeah, there's a lot of explicit, actually, is the description of that episode. Um, but again, thank you, Cuong Tran, for accepting our invitation to come into our podcast. I know there's a lot of interesting topics that we want to talk to you about, and but before that, I just want to introduce you, or just give the audience like an idea how I first got to know you. Actually, I'm not sure if you still remember this one, but during the Peri Open last year, when Dokai became viral, I remember posting a clip on our page where you were commentating on that match. And then he was, doing his viral things that time, and his antics, and that's kind of. I was laughing very hard at that video because you were trying very hard not to laugh during that
Yeah, yeah,
commentary, and
yeah, yeah.
uh, and that was the first time that I started following you, and you commented on that same video clip that I posted. So I can say that was the start of like trying to like getting to know you from afar. So that's like my first time that I kind of ran into your content or your social media.
Yeah, thank you for that. It was a really very fun experience because I was trying to hold my laugh a lot during that match already, but the
Yeah.
technician guy just sitting right beside me, he started laughing so hard I cannot help it anymore.
Yeah, it's just
I had to let it out, man.
yeah, it really made that clip even more funny because I can see I can hear you trying not to laugh, and then this person beside you, I think, was laughing. So it really kind of broke down the. I mean, really
Yeah,
tried
yeah, yeah.
to. Yeah, you weren't able to hold it really that much, um,
Yes.
but um, I think I think for our audience, I just want you to first to introduce yourself, and so we can know you more a little bit better, not just just from your social media.
Yeah, yeah. Firstly, thank you for having me, and I would like to say hello to the audience of 77 Billiards, and thank you for the invitation, and thank you for giving me the chance to share my um, experience in pool.
Mm.
I You can call me Kuang or CT. CT is short, and I was like. I got into pool quite early in my young age, but only started playing seriously when uh, in 2011 when I first got my serious set of pool cue, and from then I got into pool and study a lot on AZ billiards and study to research into pool and especially cues because I'm very passionate about cues. You see, I'm wearing a Joey Bautista shirt, who is
Yeah.
a Filipino American cue maker in California, who made me some like three or four cues already. And I'm a cue collector myself, and but seriously, I only started to uh, work as a pool commentator and somewhat like sharer, opinion sharer in pool since last year when I took a break from my corporate job. I was working as a salesperson in aviation. Exactly, it's aircraft maintenance. Yeah.
Okay.
So I took a break from that and I started working as a pool commentator, and I think I'm loving it. And who and talking professional players in Vietnam for almost 10 years, and I think I'm quite popular.
CT or Kung, did you go through some training to better your game throughout the years, or when you started playing?
Um, uh, uh, yeah, more like it's like a self-study journey
Mm,
for me, and as I mostly watch the how the pro plays and watch the YouTube videos, and then I try to replicate what they do, uh,
okay.
even it's the pattern play or the stroke, etc. So that is
Mm.
how I improve my game, but not to a professional level. I'm just a B or C player in Vietnam only.
You were
Just
kind of
I treat pool as a hobby only. Yeah.
but I saw your game one time. Like you run a rack, not just one, but I think it was two, two rocks.
Yeah. Yeah. My
Oh, you're
high
pretty
run
good.
was
You're pretty good.
yeah. My high run was 3 racks in 10 balls and
Mm,
5 racks in 9 ball. I think. Yeah.
yeah. So that's like a
Yeah. But
semi-pro.
it's
Yeah.
but I was pretty good before the COVID, but after COVID, I
Mm.
didn't play much. So 2020 was the time my wife gave birth to my second child. So really literally took a break from pool a bit. So when I came back, people are much better than than me already.
Oh.
um, I want to go back to the. It's very interesting to me being a what about this Q collection. I have so many questions about this. Uh, so, how many Qs do you currently have?
Now I have 8 queues, 8 playing queues, and but I only
Mm,
play with one or two. Yeah, most of them, but they are not very high end. They're just
mm,
I focus on the play side, playability side. So
right.
they are
Yeah.
not very high end like Southwest or Gina Q, etc. But really play very good. Yeah,
So, do you have like a favorite Q among these 8 Qs that you have right now?
yeah. This Joey
That's the Joey
Bautista.
Bautista's Q.
Yeah.
Right.
I have an Ebony Q from him made in 2014, and really up my game like 2 balls, 2 levels.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah.
But I just want to know, being a Q collector, how do you see a Q and, this and decide that I need this Q to be part of my collection? It's just purely playability. Is that the only thing that you consider? Is that any aesthetic that you try to, that you look for in a Q or something like
Uh,
that?
of course, well, from the first sight, you need to look at it and like the look. It has maybe uh, a sharp appearance, and first impression of the queue needs to be, yeah, it just needs to feels right. And from that, I would like to try it. And honestly, my queue collector journey has been very fortunate because I had to try a lot of queues and had a lot of help from uh, other queue collectors, especially from the Singapore. When I visit them,
Mm,
and I tried the Ebony Q from Joey Bautista, and I said this one I had to get. I had to buy it, so I had to buy it. It was like
mm,
a magical cue when I can put the cue ball. My positional play was very precise. Even when I play 8 ball, and eight ball positioning is quite tough compared to 9 ball.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, because
when
there are
I play
15
8 ball
balls.
with with
Hmm.
my Singaporean collectors, it was like, yeah, I have to get this cue. So it was like a really fortunate event that I have, and this is the cue that I have. I received a lot of offers for it, but no, I would never sell it. Yeah,
No amount of money will make you sell it.
yeah, kind of.
So,
They call me queue holder because I like to hold on to my queue and like my precious, my
right.
precious.
Okay, Marl, do you have anything else?
Yeah, we can go to another topic if you want to, Bricks.
Um, I think just another question regarding commentating. I think when I started this podcast, like I have no idea it would be it's such a big undertaking. Being like having no background on doing any of like this, talking to trying to interview people or trying to talk to the audience. Um, I think there's a lot of preparation. I didn't know the amount of preparation I need to do for each episode. But I guess similarly, when you're commentating on matches, uh, do you do a lot of preparation as well, or do you just is that does it come natural for you? I just want to. I think by to make it short, like I just want to know, how it is for you to commentate, or how
Um,
easy was it for you to start commentating?
uh, I was very passionate about pool, and I studied a lot. I watched a lot of pool, and listened to a lot of commentating from famous commentators already. So it was
Right.
like I have in the storage, like quite quite a lot of information, and
Mm.
uh, will just uh, if I have the chance, I feel that if I have the chance, I can flush it out, something like that. But
Yeah.
that is for like in-depth information only. And another thing is that prepare for the match, which is to particular players. I have to do the study. I have to research about the
Mm.
latest information, and sometimes I have to watch the podcast too, especially like Federal Gauss, in Ocean,
Mhm.
Share Bowling, because I have to keep it my information updated to share with the audience. And
Mm.
one more thing is the knowledge, the table knowledge. I have
Yeah.
to like watch a lot of pool, and uh, maybe give comments on how this shots should be played, and etc. etc. So
Like the
I think
technical
it's
part, the
yeah,
technical part of the shots.
that's
Yeah.
true.
I think that's one of the things that are kind of like difficult, because if you don't play pool like regularly, you won't be able to like say what the next shot would be or what's the better option like that, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Mhm.
And fortunately for me, I'm the reigning champion of the commentators cup. So
Whoa.
I'm quite good at
Congratulations.
that
All right.
for
Yeah.
4 months in a row.
There you go.
So yeah, that's a good just an advantage, having at least a very broad knowledge, not only with the players, but playing the game itself keeps you more what you call this more uh you
Up to
can
speed.
put out more like a
Yeah, more
view
updated
of
and
the
more
game. Yeah.
aware of yeah. But
Yeah, what's happening in the game.
in
Yeah.
Vietnam, in Vietnam, there's particular difficulty for professional players to become commentators because they are not good at speaking out the thoughts, you know.
Mm,
So
Yep.
they are good at reading the technical sides, but they have difficulties to speak it out.
mm,
Right.
So that is why
Mhm.
some of them they try just one match and they quit right away
mm.
because it's a different pressure, different environment. So
And I guess
and
like
you know,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, when you do commentating in social platforms, you receive a lot of comments,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
comments are very toxic,
Yeah.
are very
Yes.
toxic, and you have to have thick skins, and
Yeah.
sometimes uh, you can talk back a bit, but sometimes you
Right.
just let it slide,
Ignore.
and you have to swallow it. So
Yeah.
it's yeah, so it's hard. Sometimes last year, a professional player told me that he could not sleep after his first commentary sessions, so he decided to quit. So it's like very I think another kind of very intense pressure.
Because I think
It's not easy.
some of the audience will uh, be surprised when what do you call this, a champion or a pro will be doing the commentating job, and I guess that's their time to like talk to that pro, and at the same time when they're frustrated with that pro, they kind of like tell disgusting things or not so
Yeah,
good comments to them, and because they know that that person will be able to read them, then they let it out on the chat, and I guess it kind of hurts the pro who's doing the commentating, and I guess can't sleep after.
yeah. We have a phrase for those live chat.
Mm.
We That's it. Keyboard heroes because they don't have to
Keyword,
fight
yeah.
anyone. They have to, as their words, do the damage.
Just like in the
Yeah.
Philippines, like some of the fans, I would not say most, but some of the fans are very toxic when they leave comments, and not very positive. Like it's
Yeah,
very negative, and it
everywhere, man,
doesn't help. It doesn't help
everywhere.
the players, and I guess they're just that way. I guess you can't really control them. You can't
Yeah,
really control
Yeah.
what they think or what they type.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think,
everywhere.
fans, they try to like zero in on something like, if you're not a pro, or if you are something, or if you are someone who didn't play professionally, your opinion doesn't count, something like that. So if you speak on the game, or if you commentate on the game, and you talk about the technicalities of the game, I think some of the fans look down on people who doesn't have didn't experience being a pro player. So maybe there's a stigma there, or there's like a discrimination on that part, that you on some fans, that you need to be a pro player to be able to commentate on matches. But I I kind of disagree on that one.
Hmm.
I think as long as you have knowledge about the game, you can always have an opinion about something. So um,
Yeah,
I think that's just an opinion for me.
and at the
Yeah,
same time, when you
you know.
yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, please.
Oh, so and sometimes too, like you don't need that much. I mean, you do need some technical knowledge to be able to be effective commentator, but at the same time, you also have the historical knowledge, so that you can also share to the audience like some comparison for the particular match or the particular shot at the same time. So, not all pros know the history of the game. Not all pros know who were the champions before, right? So, and some of the effective
Yeah,
commentators do know or have the knowledge that they can share with. So that makes them better or like a more effective commentator on a certain match.
yeah. Because you have to say about a lot of things, and the information are very broad.
Mm-hmm.
It's not only focused on technical side, but also on the um, maybe the historical, like you said, and
Mm-hmm.
also the preparation of the players and the surrounding information, the satellite information, everything like
Mm-hmm.
that. The even the pro players, they don't have that information. And
Yeah.
actually, for a commentator in Vietnam like me,
Mm-hmm.
I have the use of English, so I can do
Mm.
more research on foreign site and foreign websites, and also chat with international players and maybe sources, so I can have even more information.
Yeah.
So that is the benefit from
Mm-hmm.
that I can bring to my session.
Yeah.
So that's good. I think that's good.
Yeah.
So
You can have
so
you cannot have the mm, 100% of everything. So we have
yeah.
the 60% of this and 40% of that. So that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That. Yeah.
yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead,
Go ahead.
Briggs.
No, go ahead, Mark. Go ahead. No problem.
So you did say that yeah, you're doing like commentating now, and so did you start it with Viet content, Kong, or like do you did it before with another company, or
No,
just
I
in the,
started
yeah, go ahead.
I started with content and Vietnam Billiards promotion from last year's US Open. Yeah, that was
Mm,
my first tournament. I did commentary, and before that, it was some a few challenge matches at Peri Arena.
mm,
Peri Arena in preparation for the Peri Open. So I had to do some pilot session
mm,
for them to evaluate my how I was doing, and then I was called up for US Open, and then Peri Open, Hanoi Open, and since then I yeah, mainly do for with content and some other session for uh, other clubs. You know the 99 Billiards Club. Yeah,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
they
Yeah.
receive, yeah, they receive some Filipinos player, and I did commentary for them for a few months, uh, beginning of 2024. Yeah,
Mm,
so they did some Asian match, and I did commentary for them. And but now I mainly do for the content only, and there's quite some tournaments to do. So
mm. And it's gonna be a very exciting next 2 months in Vietnam. You got Ho Chi Minh and Perry Open and Hanoi Open coming up. You're gonna
will
be busy.
be I think I will be frenzy. I think the it will be even bigger event than last year, when
Mm-hmm.
last year we did not have Joshua Filler, we did not have
Mm.
Eklan
Oh yeah.
Kachi, and some fans favorites like Mohamed Sufi, but this year they will all come. So I think the atmosphere
Sorry.
and the fan base will be very, very explosive. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm, okay. Before we move on, I just one more thing. I mean, I think regarding being a commentator, do you think pool lack statistics compared to other sports? I think I think one of the things that uh, I'm looking to see more in pool is uh, getting more statistics implemented in the game. Like seeing like the percentage of how much a player breaks and makes a ball or something like that. I think that's add you can add more value as a commentator if you have that kind of data, with you, so you can will be able to analyze more the matches or the matchups or how the players play or something like that. What do you think about the statistics in the end pool?
Yes, that is a very important part of the commentary. And what I do is that I normally follow very closely about the match, and I know how many in that particular match that I do commentary, maybe from until the 10th rack, I can remember how many
Mm.
breakdowns, how many
Mm.
maybe some, and I do have some notes too. So,
Mm.
but other than that, I try to find the statistic of the tournament up until that match too, because that will help me to share the information that the other tables are playing hard, breaking hard, or
Yeah.
other players find easy to break or break and run. How do they play with tie pockets, etc. So there's uh, a guy in on SG Billiards. He do
Mm.
a lot of mm, break
Statistics.
stats.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, statistics. So I
But
can
Mm.
read from that and I can share on my session too. That's very, I think that's
informative.
very informative. Yeah.
But I saw like from the European Open that on the at least the TV table, they did some statistics while they were commentating, and you saw the break and runs, you saw how many missed shots they did, and like some other numbers as well. So I think we are going there. I think for the most part,
Yeah.
Mm.
especially going
Yeah.
forward. Yeah,
Yeah.
there are more
But
statistics now.
those are available for TV matches only.
Mm.
And we do now in Vietnam Billiards promotion. We normally we also broadcast the uh, side table too.
Oh,
The match room,
yeah.
they normally they have one TV table and one to two other side table for only one camera angle. So we do that tables too. So there will not be any information. There will not be any
Mm.
statistics. So we have to follow and maybe take notes. I like to
Mm.
after each rack, I try to do like a short summary of the rack,
Mm.
what went wrong for A player, and so B player can run out, etc.,
Mm.
etc. So it helped me to have a summary of the match, so I can piece them together, and then
Mm.
at the end of the match, I know how many racks are break and runs, and how many racks are how many uh, safety errors, etc. So I think it's quite not 100%
Yeah.
precise, but like 80-70%. So I think it's good.
Yeah, and I think it would help if a player has a run like Ko Ping Chung during his semifinals match against Aloysius Yap. You don't really have. You just say, "Yeah, he made 110 balls."
Yeah, I did the commentator on
Uh-huh.
that match too in the US Open, and I right away I post on my Facebook that we just be a part of history.
History, yeah,
It's history. So there's no
Yeah.
arguing.
Yeah. Yeah.
11.
That's what I kind of what I'm looking for really is more on like historical statistics. Like seeing in other sports, like for example in basketball, you have a player such as such reaching a milestone like how
Yeah.
many thousand points. I mean, for pool, you can like say this player has won this many racks in his career or something like that, or this uh, player holds the record for the most break and runs in a tournament, or
Hmm.
like this
Yeah,
player has the highest percentage of balls
Shot.
pocketed, something like that. Some more of like a broader way of recording the statistics of a player,
Yeah.
not only just in a single match or in a tournament, but all of the tournaments, so we can have, I think, a better appreciation of the player's
Yeah.
capabilities, of a player's talent. Because the my one of my pet peeves as as a fan of the sport is when a player loses or wins a match and the fans boils it down to luck. That's like
Yeah.
my best my pet peeve when I see those comments. It doesn't, I mean, luck has something to do with it, but not most of it, I think. So I guess when we have that kind of knowledge or information about or data about the game, we can always have something to try to
To throw at
what you
them,
call this
like to
uh
throw at them. That
yeah
it has been done before. That this player is not new to that type of situation, and he was able to win such games, right? Because
yeah
he's
you
done it
can
before.
you can break it down to a point where there is some other causes or some other
Mm.
factors that will lead to a victory or to a loss of a player. So I think that's my main what I really want to see as the sport continues to grow. Hopefully we
Yeah.
can have those kind of a
Data.
of data. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in a tournament like a nine ball tournament, there are a lot of matches, and there are not enough people to follow those stats
Yeah.
on outside table.
That's
So that
true.
is
Mhm.
really a challenge. Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
so
I think
I think that anyway, pool is a sport where victory counts. So
Yeah.
just leave it at that, and we cannot do anything outside our power to persuade the maybe the audience who are not understanding. So
Mm.
that is not our mission.
yeah,
They have to learn
To
step by
appreciate.
step. They have to
yeah,
they have to open their minds. So we cannot open their minds for them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So go.
we only have to try our best.
yeah. I think once AI is like developing in such a fast pace, so maybe that will help to try to solve some of the problems in like yeah,
In
trying
data.
to get information on each match, each rack. So maybe if there's a point that AI is so good that it can track a match by
Yeah.
itself, just by putting
Yeah.
a camera or a monitor in that table. So we'll see. Maybe that's part of the future. Sometime in the short future. So I
Yeah,
guess we can move
I
on.
think
Yeah.
it will be a
So
step.
we
Yeah.
yeah, we talk about um the upcoming matches in or tournaments in Vietnam, but before that, Vietnam really kind of exploded in the global scene in pool like last year with the Hanoi Open. So how did it start? Like in Vietnam, like people being so involved and playing the game.
I think they were brought to playing pool. They were they were led to playing pool by
Mm.
by a change in media means allowing the Facebook
Mm.
to start live stream,
Mm.
and from 2025, I think 25, 26. Sorry, 2000. 16,
Mm-hmm.
17, I think, where some pioneer in Vietnam, they do the broadcast with live stream with only the camera, the cell phone, and
Mm-hmm.
that was the start of something. I think really big now, because they started to do live stream on amateur tournaments
Mm.
also,
Mm.
mainly amateur tournament. So they stimulate the movement of playing pool, uh,
Mm.
because when you see players on live stream, and they cannot run three balls, and you say, yeah, I can do that too. So it's like it bring the mass audience to I can do that too. I can play
Yeah.
pool too. So pool is not only for the professional players who can shoot very well, but also now we have tournaments for amateur players too, and we can have a chance to play on the live stream too. So
Yeah.
uh, that take years of doing that, and I can say a few, Hợp Cơ Billiard and Magic Billiards.
Mm.
They started the live stream on amateur tournaments, and that was helped also by the billiards clubs who are
Mm.
willing to organize weekly tournaments.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, but those tournaments are not meant for professional players, but
Yeah,
for amateur players.
amateur. So so you think
BCD players who can yeah,
who can still play? Yeah. So you
yeah,
think the
anyone can play.
yeah, exactly. So you think what do you call this? The billiard community in Vietnam has a very vast amateur players, and
Yeah,
that's the situation that kind of like made Vietnam what it is today, where WNT or Matchroom, Predator, uh, WP is much more involved now in the scene.
yeah. One more thing is that Vietnamese people they treat pool like a spare time hobby, so
Mm,
they just go to the club and play with each other, and who lose pay the table and water, or even they share.
mm,
So it's no money involved. So they just want to have a good time, and it was help from the movement of outdoor sports to
mm,
indoor sports. Uh,
mm,
there are less player. There are fewer players to come to tennis courts now.
mm.
They
Mm.
like to play pool, and
Indoor.
now in Vietnam, yeah, the move
Mm,
from sports from outdoor to indoor. So that is a movement here. It's quite clear for the especially after the COVID. So
yeah.
and also we have professional players who uh, they are not they do not only focus on training, but they also focus on coaching each other. They
Mm,
organize classes, and they can have income from students
from
too. But
coaching.
those students who, yeah, uh, those students who uh, they don't have a goal to play professionally. Just
Yeah.
have to they just want to learn to play better than yesterday. So
Gotcha.
better than uh, maybe D player, C player,
Yeah.
so they can enjoy the game more. So they can enjoy the game more. That's it. So it's
Yeah.
totally a hobby. So
It's not like it's not a livelihood. Like the most of the
yeah,
players, the amateur
yeah,
players, don't consider it as a livelihood. It
yeah,
basically. Hmm. So it's
yeah.
just like to
The
spend time with friends, spend time with family, kind of deal, right?
yeah, yeah.
Not money games or
You
what?
know,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
for the majority part of Vietnam population, they don't do many games. They just
Mm.
play for maybe
For fun.
table fees or water, or yeah, for fun. And
Mm.
the coaching culture in Vietnam is like uh, it's from soccer. You can
Mm.
go to the soccer field and you find a coach.
Mm-hmm.
He's willing to coach you. And tennis court
Mm.
too, every sport there you can find a coach. So in pool too, so you can learn a lot from them, and even they don't charge you anything. You
Mm.
just have to, yeah, they some professional players, they organize classes and they charge tuition fee, but some others, they just give you some tips, and uh, mm, you just want to train alongside them. So
Gotcha.
you can ask them, well, how am I doing today? So it's a good, it's better than yesterday, so that is good already. So it's like a
Mm.
feel good factor here. It's very I think it's like a very much a hobby in Vietnam.
Yeah, I
Vietnam.
think it's more like a lifestyle rather than like here in the Philippines.
It's more of a
More of
livelihood.
Yeah, it's more of a livelihood. It's more of a cutthroat competition most of the
Yeah.
time, and I think that's why it's also there's a lot of pool halls in Vietnam. They're so so big, so well, so beautiful. So it's kind of nice to have those kind of pool halls. everywhere, anywhere you go, you can have access to those kind of quality equipment, quality tables.
Tables.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so here in the Philippines, there's not much pool halls that can come to that kind of quality or to that level of pool equipment. So uh, kind of envy Vietnam to have having that kind of having those kind of pool halls. So I hope Philippines will have that soon. Also, yeah.
But
Yeah,
I think
I
but I
please,
think
please.
the thing is that as Kong said, it's more of a like a fun thing to do for people, for friends. But
Yeah.
I guess the culture, as we've mentioned in the Philippines, it's more about like money game. And then when you play pool, you're expected to be very good because you should be there playing pool to gamble, kind of. Like when I was like in my elementary years, that's the first time I played. I think I was in the fourth or fifth grade, and there's like one pool hall in our small community. It's like we call our small community here barangay. By the way, Kong, it's called
Yeah.
barangay. It's like a small village. So there's one store that has a one table pool table. So that's where we played, me and my friends. And kid you not, we did gamble at at that age. And I always lost because I was not that good. And we had this one or two friends who always win because they're so good at shooting it. They're very
Mm.
they have a very straight shot. And yeah, so that from that I could say that when a Filipino plays, we're always thinking about making money or gambling. It's not just for fun, kind of.
Oh,
Unless you're
um,
doing it with your family, kind of, at
no,
home.
I want to share it with you. Previously in Vietnam, it's the same too.
Mm,
When I was in university or in high school, I also play pool and only play for money.
gotcha.
That's the way it is because mm if you walk into the pool hall, it's automatically that's action
That's
involved.
the thinking.
But then, yeah, but I was surprised when in like 2015 and 16 it changed.
Mm,
It's just changed. Yeah, because uh, I think that there are more people involved in pool that were already successful in their career.
gotcha.
We have a community of players who are white collars,
Mm,
and community of players who are students, and they just want to play for fun, and they
for
buy
fun.
expensive pool cues, and they cannot shoot three balls straight. So that is just for the fun of it. So they don't want to sweat like tennis
Yeah.
or soccer anymore. They just want to go to the pool hole and uh, maybe smoking pot and shoot pools. That is
Mm-hmm.
so. the- And
That's a great
you know,
lifestyle.
yeah. I don't know how it changed, but
Yeah.
previously it's the same
It was
in Vietnam
in the
too.
Philippines.
Yeah,
Mm.
Mm,
yeah. I got lost, got dropped a lot in my young year, but
young years.
after that, no, yeah. After that,
So
pool
the
is
big
just pool,
Paul,
and
the
it's
big
not
Paul. Yeah,
like that
go ahead.
anymore.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
So the big Paul halls in Kong started like you said in 2016, 2017. That's when like all those big pool halls exploded like everywhere. There's like one pool hall, like one corner. There's another pool hall, kind of. Or were there many pool halls even before?
No, after COVID, it's the real boom. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, before COVID, it's like the clubs with uh, 30 table, 40 table are already very big club in Hanoi,
mm,
and we only have that uh, maybe uh, one there and one in another district. So,
mm,
but right before COVID in 2019 is the start of they start doing really big pool hall, like 60 tables, 70 tables,
Oh.
because they start having like a very large floor,
Mm.
very large floor, so they can. Uh, that is where that is when they start doing a really big pool hall with 60 table to tables, and after COVID, it's like the booming of big pool halls. Then
Mm.
from COVID, it's like if you open a table with a 30 table, it is sure loss. You cannot make
Mm.
money because other clubs are very big, so they can uh, have the have the benefit of scale, you know.
Mm.
So that is it, and it's Puho is not a place to shoot pool anymore, but it's also a place to check in. It
Mm.
has to be.
Oh.
It has to have a culture. It has to have a, mm, uh, background, very impressive background. So interior decoration is also a key part. So it can attract young players, students, and girls. So the girls will attract boys. So that is
Oh, yeah.
Like
yeah.
a
So
dating
it's
So
place. Yeah.
yeah, dating place. Exactly. Kind of.
Yeah.
yeah. And some pool halls they open until 4 a.m. and it's full until 4 a.m.
So, so
Incredible,
is it is
unbelievable.
the pool hall business doing even better right now compared to like, or is, I mean, is the business getting better as the years go by? Is that the case?
I think it's changing very fast. Smaller clubs are, I think, changing hands, and they need to do renovation, etc. So and they have to do promotion,
Marketing,
so
yeah.
and media too, because now even selling cues, you need to do media, you need to do TikTok, you need to do Instagram, you need to do Facebook
Mm.
live stream,
Mhm.
etc. So it is
Yes. Yeah.
it is changing a lot, and even the clubs too, they have to organize tournaments
Tournaments.
for regular players, and they have to do mm, maybe recruit more girls to do ranking, etc. for attract more people to come.
Yeah.
So it's
So
yeah, it's I think it's changing every day.
it's very competitive
But
landscape.
yeah,
Yeah.
but the trend is uh, to make a Puho like really uh, modern and a really civilized place. Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not now in Vietnam there are more Puho that do not allow smoking,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, it's I think it's getting uh, more civilized and
Mm.
more
More like a
modern, more clean.
family friendly place, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Mm. Okay.
So, with the more tournaments though coming in, I guess Vietnamese are very excited in the next for the next 2 months, I guess. And it's not just World Nine Ball Tour that's entering Vietnam now, right? We've heard or
Yeah.
we've seen the news that Predator will be doing its WPA 10 ball championship next year. Out they're gonna be doing it there instead of Las Vegas, so that says a lot about Vietnam. And so, what is your opinion about World Nine Ball Tour and Predator and WPA at that, bringing all their shows or production there in Vietnam? And like, what's the opinion of most Vietnamese fans about WNT against Predator or WPA?
Firstly, I want to correct you on one thing.
Yeah.
People in Vietnam are super excited about Reyes Cup.
Oh,
whenever I do commentary, they ask about Reyes Cup. They ask who is in the team,
gotcha.
who is having a good chance to get in the team. So that's
Hmm.
Reyes Cup is very
Is the
popular
one
now in
is one
Vietnam.
of the or is more or they're more excited about the Reyes Cup instead of the other Open Championship that is coming up.
Yeah, even more excited about Reyes Cup than
Oh,
Hanoi Open. I assure you. Yeah, for WNT and Wonabo Tour in Vietnam, we have one saying among the promoters and sponsor in Vietnam that uh, rather than try to bring Vietnamese player to play uh, pool in the world stage, we bring
yeah.
the world stage to Vietnam.
You know what?
So
I did
that
see
is
that comment one time. I did see that comment one
yeah
time from one Vietnamese fan that commented on 77 billiards. Yeah, why not send our players? Why send our players outside? We'll, we'll bring in the tournaments in Vietnam, and I guess that's
yeah
what's happening now.
yeah. So for me as a commentator, as an audience, I'm super excited about this.
Mm.
Uh, Finally, Vietnamese market have the chance to realize the full potential, and we know that with the Predator and WPA, it will be a significant market for both WNT and WPA as well as Predator and other suppliers. But there will be a fight in
Mm.
the media front too, because they, as I told you before, you cannot just bring in the goods and sell it.
Hmm.
You all have to do the media, the TikTok, the Facebook,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
live stream, etc. So it will be a
Yep.
boom too in the media front. And of course, they bring in the championship too. So
Hmm.
that is the natural movement. I think it will have a lot, and it will have a significant um, development in the um, pool market in Southeast Asia, not only in Vietnam, because you you guys in the neighboring country will have a chance to go to Vietnam, which is a
Yeah.
lot closer to other countries, and here accommodation is cheaper,
Cheaper. Yep.
food is cheaper, so
Hmm.
people
Yeah.
are more friendly. So you can just come here. Maybe you
Yeah.
can come
I've
here.
been
Like
to
I
I've
feel
been to
that
Ho Chi Minh. I've been to Ho Chi Minh, Quang. One
yeah,
night, 2 days, one night. That was 2014. It's a
2014.
very Vietnam is very beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, but now the Filipinos players they can go to Hanoi and they play maybe cheap action matches
Mm.
in clubs already. So it feels like the US
Mhm.
from the 70s, 80s. Now it's
Mhm.
in Vietnam. So the market is here. The
Yeah.
It
it's I think
it does look
it's
like
good
it
for
now.
the whole Southeast Asia. Yeah, I think it's good for the whole Southeast Asia. But for WPA and WNT, I think people here are more uh, they like the new changes. They
Mhm.
like the movement that WNT is bringing and the progress
Mm.
that they're having. So I think even the players they are leaning towards the WNT now because for a long time they have played in under the shadow of federations, and
Mhm.
there's nothing changed. Nothing changed for a long time. So now is the chance that WNT brings, and people are very excited for the new change.
So Hanoi Open is definitely going to happen, right? No, you think there's no chance of it being postponed or not going?
Uh,
It's just or even Peri Open. I think.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, Peri Open is set already. Han
Mm.
Open is set already. The permit is already granted. And the next week Hanoi will host a PBA Open, Tarom PBA from
Yeah,
Korea.
PBA. Yeah, yeah.
So that tournament received the same uh, discrimination from ACBS about the
Mm.
uh, organization, but then it's still going. It's still
Mm.
happening next
Pushing
week
through.
already from 19th of August, and there's nothing changed about Hanoi Open. Hanoi Open is the players are playing. We have the permit. Match room are coming, so there's nothing stopping that. Nothing, definitely.
Mm.
That's good. That's good to hear because there are some whispers that there might be some trouble with it happening because of what ACBS and WPA are doing. But that's good to hear that it's gonna push through.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just when I received your question yesterday from Briggs, I asked uh, Mr. Ling Nguyen from the content, and he said it's a go. No,
Good.
it's very
We're
close
happy.
now. Everything preparation is underway, and everything is set. I think this- maybe will be more players more players attending Han Open than Ho Chi Minh Open. If things stand now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I saw a post from a Chinese Taipei page, and I think like I don't know, like 15 to 20 players from Chinese Taipei are going to compete in the Peri Open. So I believe those players will be in the Hanoi Open also. So yeah, I think a lot of there's going to be a lot of players coming in for these two tournaments. Also, I'm really looking forward to these two events.
Yeah.
Not only because of the atmosphere that Vietnam brings to these tournaments, but because of the coverage of these tournaments. Like Perry Open, almost all the tables are streamed. I think same with Hanoi Open. I think compared to other matchroom events, there's a lot more tables that are available for the fans to watch. So
Yeah,
yeah, I really like that kind of format.
you know, in Han Open last year, we also asked for matchroom permission for another, uh, I think, another broadcaster to broadcast a
Some.
couple of tables outside
Mhm.
too.
I think it
So
was
I
it
think that is
Laumo kind of a
yeah.
Laumo page kind did some two tables every now and then for the Hanoi Open in 2023. So hopefully
Yeah,
we they will still allow that, right? So that we can have some access to other tables in 2024
I think so.
Hanoi Open. Okay,
Yeah, I think
good.
so too.
That's
Because
good news.
it will be the same. It will be the same venue.
Hmm.
The setup will be the same too. So
Good,
I think they will try to get the permission to broadcast a few outside table. That's
good.
not a problem, I think. Mm.
Actually, another important question is will we see more Dokai in this cup coming Perry Open and Hanoi Open?
Sorry, sorry. Can you repeat?
Will we see more Dokai?
Ah,
Yeah,
yes, of course, because he will be playing. He will be playing because it's a open tournament and he can
Hmm.
register himself. And he's quite popular in Vietnam. I did the commentary with the match between him and FN Reyes also last year
Yeah,
yeah,
in the Hanoi Open. It's an exhibition match. Yeah,
yeah, we
he's
saw that.
quite a nice guy. Yeah,
yeah.
So
yeah,
you
he's
think
playing.
so with all the tournaments as we've mentioned in Vietnam, and like we did a post or we wrote a post about it that Southeast Asia will become like the center stage for pool, I guess, in the next few years, especially with what's happening in Vietnam, and also all the players from the Philippines, being a Filipino, or people knowing the Philippines producing so many quality players, and Vietnam is also kind of like getting there right now. Like we've seen so many Vietnamese players going abroad, participating in tournaments, especially Huang.
Yeah,
He's like your
yeah,
best player. He's like the best player, Vietnamese player right now, at least in the World
yeah.
Nine Ball Tour rankings. And then we got Indonesia as well, conducting so many tournaments themselves. So you think these three countries, as I've mentioned, like we have like 500 million people in these three countries alone in Southeast Asia. You think this will bring forth like a golden age for pool in the next few years? What do you think about that?
I think so. I think so because the geological boundaries now are
Hmm.
maybe not very important like there was before. And you see, Perry, they also sponsor Michael Feliciano, and I think
Hmm.
they will move to sponsor other players for the from the Philippines too, and maybe from Indonesia. And also A Plus, they sponsor some players in the Philippines too. So I think we will stay together, and the movement will be spread and
Yeah.
develop together because uh, from the beginning of 2024 we have the Indonesia Open, right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah. We did.
think that is the step in the right direction already.
Mm.
It will be there. The Our people are passionate about pool, so I remember watching the World Pool Championship in Jakarta, in Manila, like 20 years ago. It
Mm.
was like in the, I think in the mall, right? In the
Yeah.
mall.
It was in the
Yeah,
mall. Yeah.
yeah, in the mall. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the crowd is unreal. So it will
Mm.
be back. It will be back. So there's no argument about that. It will be back.
That's what we're hoping for in the Philippines, like the Reyes Cup in October, that it will bring back the glory days of pool in the Philippines that started when Efren Reyes became a global pool star. So that's what we're hoping for the Reyes Cup.
He is
And
already the global superstar. But I
until now,
think that
yeah, until now,
yeah, I remember Fedor Goss or
yeah.
yeah, Fedor Goss on his podcast the other day. He said that the Reyes Cup will be even bigger than the Bosconi Cup in terms of venue because the
Mm.
venue will be able to have like 5 to 6 thousand people in. So it is huge, man. It is huge.
Mm. I think he spilled some
In
information there.
yeah, just
Yeah,
Fedor Goss said on his
yeah.
podcast.
I
Yeah.
think Marboys also said in their live stream that they already have a place confirmed, but they're not just releasing the information right now. So, but we're very excited to know
No,
which
no,
which
no, no.
which will be the arena for that one.
That that should not be mentioned here.
So are you going to the Reyes Cup, Kong?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not. I'll just do the commentary at home.
Good. Okay. But
But you guys,
do
you
you
guys
think
should,
some yeah, I mean I think Bricks will be going.
No,
yeah,
I'm
you
thinking
guys
about it.
should definitely go to Hanoi Open. You will be amazed. You will be amazed.
Yeah, yeah. But they said I'm not sure if this is true. But I've seen in some comments. I just translated it from Vietnamese to English. But there are some people or there's some fans that saying the tickets prices are higher now compared to last year. Is that true?
No, no, no.
Right.
It's not true because uh, as far as I know, there are nothing about the tickets now at the moment.
Right.
Uh,
Okay.
in the preparation I was doing with content when I was still receiving Emily Fraser and the matchroom delegates, they just mentioned that they need to control. They need to um, they need a better ticketing scheme, not
Mm.
a more expensive one because um, like last year is good. I think last year the price
Last
is
year's
good,
perfect,
and
right? Yeah.
yeah, there's no reason to change that. And this year there's absolutely no talks about that from inside, because even the inside people, they don't know it yet already. So there's a fake news. They
But
are
is that
bullshit.
will the event going to happen at the same location, the same venue, or is it going to be in
Yeah,
a different venue?
same
All
venue.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, that's a fantastic place.
and
That is,
yeah, it is a gymnasium, and this year I think they will organize a lot of outside booths.
Mm.
Outside, it will be like a exhibition there.
right.
Like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
fair,
yeah.
like a pool
Yeah,
fair. Yeah.
Mhm.
yes,
That's a good addition, I would say.
Yeah, especially for
yeah.
Vietnam, I
Because
think the
last
business
year,
there, right, it's very. There's a lot of new companies, new pool companies that are coming up. So that will be a good place for them to sell
Trade.
their products
Yeah.
and get the word out there for their companies. Yeah.
yeah, but I think more about food courts and beer stools and
Oh.
Right. Right. More beers. Okay.
Food and beer. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great too.
yeah, but
Yeah. There's nothing
yeah,
wrong
but
with
you
that.
know, last year Hanoi Open was organized on a hurry, because from the time they
Oh.
announced the event until the actual
Yeah.
event,
Yeah.
it was like only from the European Open until
Yeah,
Hanoi Open,
I
it
can
was
remember.
only
It was the European Open.
2 months.
Yeah.
Mm.
Two
Yeah,
months. Yeah.
so they do not have enough time to do all the peripheral activities. So
Mm.
this year will be very much different. This year it will be huge.
My
You know, I
expectations are
remember.
now higher compared to the last year's
You have
event.
to go.
Yeah.
You have to go to Hanoi Open, man. You have
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah.
ACBS is gonna be observing it though,
Uh, you
keeping an eye of it on it. I
Mm.
mean,
you you got the new announcement that they will have the online discussion with
oh yeah,
players. Yeah. So
So what do you think about
I
that
think
reply?
I I don't know. I'm not a player. I'm not contacted by them. So I'm just thinking that
It's
uh,
too late. It's too late for to do anything right now, no, for them.
yeah, I'm just thinking that the players now, they have a clear intention in mind
hmm
already. Even
yeah,
Yeah.
with big players like SVB, and even Joshua Filler, he's a Predator player.
yeah,
Kankachi, they all sounded support for WNT. So I think WPA is in a very bad situation now.
yeah. I was surprised when also Joshua Filler posted the same message, but I think that's a good decision from his part though. Being with the players, other players, supporting, especially the Asian players that are gonna be banned. So that's a good how we say
Yeah.
it. That's a good move from him, even though he's a Predator sponsored player.
Yes, especially because he's one of the top players. So
hmm
it means more to for a top player to show that kind of support to their fellow players. So definitely a good
Yeah,
move for Filler.
I think it's great. I think uh, anyway, the players will have to choose, but they need to choose on their own will, not
Yeah.
having to
hmm
force their choose. So that's I
Mm.
think is a good thing for pool.
So we've seen we have like two tournaments going on right now, or one of it is going on, and the other one is going to be starting next week, the U.S. Open. And I saw maybe what four Vietnamese in the Racks MVP Open, and I saw two wins over prominent high ranked
Players.
players.
Mm.
I saw Long Dok Tien winning against FSR,
FSR.
FSR
Yeah,
lost badly, and then Boy
Yeah.
Trong An or Anit winning against Joshua Filler.
Yeah, that was a big one, right?
Yeah.
yeah. The Lương Đức Thiện, he trail FSR 3-4, and then FSR missed a 5 ball, and then
Mm.
he finished the rack and ran 5 racks straight.
Yeah,
So there's
5
nothing
racks.
for FSR to do. Josh Filler is I think the for the ranking events, when the tables are not very tight,
Mm,
our players can really shine,
mm.
But on
Four
major
inch,
events, major
like 4 inch
tournaments, yeah, 4 inch
pocket. Yeah,
pockets
yeah.
are very tough, very tough. Uh,
Mm.
Jung Kook Hwang, our player, won the Scottish Open, but
Yeah.
yes, the tables are very forgiving. Very forgiving. Is a pockets like a 4.25.
Mm,
So it's better for our players to play on such forgiving condition.
mm.
So we can beat them. It's just one particular match. So we're just happy about that.
But
And
yeah, but we'll see. Maybe we can get some surprises, right? Maybe a
yeah,
Vietnamese in the
that's
Rax MVP Open champion.
yeah, that's it. That's all about sport, man.
Yeah.
Surprises and efforts and payoff. Yeah, it's everything interesting about sport.
So out
Yeah,
out of all the Vietnamese players that are playing internationally, Kong, is Anit the youngest? Is he the youngest Vietnamese?
yeah, yeah.
How old is
Yeah,
he?
he
If
is
you know.
mm, 28, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
28.
So he's pretty young.
He's not very young. Yeah, not very young, but
I mean,
he's the youngest of the batch. Yeah.
yeah. So is there like someone that you know is an up and coming prodigy from Vietnam that might join in junior or professional tournaments in the future?
Yeah. We have the establishment of an academy called
Mm.
Fair Shot,
Oh,
and when Armin Ocean and Francisco Sanchez Ruiz visited Vietnam in June. Yeah,
yeah.
they have their session with the kids there, and they were like uh, 12 to 17 years old. And
Oh,
Sanchez Ruiz and Armin Ocean all very excited to see them play. And even Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, he praises one or two particular boys.
mm,
Yeah, so they play. I like the attitude they play fearless against the world champion. So that's it for now. I cannot
that's
say
good.
anymore, but they will be attending junior championship and also Hanoi Open, of course.
No, that's good. That's good to hear. I guess maybe in the next couple of years we will be able to see them play world stage.
Yeah, of course. I think that youth development is very important for pool. Now is the right time because we can have the movement, we can have the backing from private companies and the sponsors for the young players to develop and train. That is the most important. That is the most important.
Yeah, that's great news. And Bricks.
Um, I think we have kept Kuang for such a long time already. I think any final questions from you, Marl?
No, I mean, how about Kwong? Does he have questions for us? Maybe he wants to know some other things also.
Yeah, I'm just curious about the Reyes Cup. I heard a lot of good things, and I heard a lot of preparation going on, and it will be a bomb for sure. And can you share any information that you know about the preparation of the Reyes Cup and how is it going, etc.?
Actually, that's a good question because we actually don't know if there's any preparation going on. Matchroom is really keeping keeping the this preparation is very what you call this, maybe it's very secretive about their plans on the Reyes Cup. Even the venue, we're still clueless at this stage. But in terms of the
Still,
fan expectations, it's really high. Fans are really looking forward to this. I'm very sure that a lot of fans will show up to this event. Uh, it's going to be a very big event, I think, for the Philippines. I think there's going to be a big support from the because the Filipino people are like hungry for international
yeah,
tournament. For the
Mhm.
yeah.
longest time, we
Thing is,
haven't have one here, so I think that's going to be a big factor to drive the fans to really come out and support Team Asia on this upcoming Reyes Cup.
But
yeah,
hopefully there,
especially Johan Chua is
yeah,
in the team already. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
But
please.
there, we might hear more. I think maybe after the U.S. Open, because by that time there's not gonna be, or it's only gonna be like less than 2 months before the Reyes Cup, I would say. So hopefully they'll release more information, right? Because
Yeah.
there's nothing yet also from the Filipino counterpart of Matchroom. We haven't heard. It's Puyat Sports,
Yeah,
right? I believe
biggest
Yeah.
that's
spot. Yeah, yeah,
partnering with them. So we haven't heard yet, or there's nothing released yet, information wise or media wise. So hopefully we're gonna have something out in the next few weeks. But yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Because after US Open, they will announce the third members of the team and
Hmm.
then two wildcards.
Yeah,
And after that, then it will just be the preparation of the players. And after Hanoi Open, they will fly back to Manila to play in the Reyes Open. So it will be frenzy, man. It will
yeah.
be back to
Yeah.
back.
Because even with the JB Sukal and the AG Manas match, we had like 150,000 live views
Yeah.
in in one in that one match alone. So what more if it's gonna be a big event, you know?
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
half of the viewers were from Vietnam, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I watched the match too. I watched the match too. Yeah.
Mm.
uh,
You crazy handicap. Crazy handicap.
yeah, crazy handicap.
Yeah. So yeah,
Hopefully,
right
So
now.
how about
Yeah. Yeah. Go
can
ahead,
can
Ben.
yeah.
you can
Go
you
ahead.
share some can you share some about the my boys team and I see a lot of strong players in the Philippines like Anton Raga and maybe Jericho Banares. I grew up
Mhm.
watching him like 10 years ago, and he's amazing talent. So how about them participating in my boys, especially, and maybe international tournaments? Maybe they have different sponsors. Maybe I don't. Mm, my boys is like stable for young players to
Mhm.
uh, play for world championship, right?
Yeah.
I think yeah, like that. So maybe Anton Raga, how about him the chance to join the My Boys stable? I think it will be helpful for him.
What do you think, Bricks? You want to answer that?
I want to answer this. It's just quite complicated, but I'll just keep it simple. I think Raga was part of Marboys early last year, or maybe a better part of last year. Uh, so I
See.
think only this year that he was. I'm not sure if he was let go by the team. I think in one of the live streams of Marboys, one of the reasons was regarding unprofessionalism. I think is one of the things that
Yeah,
came about.
Hmm.
So I think Raga now is doing things on his own. Of course, with the sponsor, the Peri from China. So I think it's very quite difficult to say if he's going to come back to Marboys. But of course, I think
yeah,
JR Velasco didn't say that I think he will be open for if Raga changes his a little bit to be if he becomes a more professional player. So
And
that's the thing.
Yeah,
we also don't know if he's going to the US Open. That's also like a
Yeah.
mystery, but they're saying that he might not
oh,
because there's like a scheduled money game in the next couple of days.
but
So
Johan Chu
Yeah,
going, right?
yeah.
yeah, Johan
He
Chua
was
and
I think
Ignacio.
he just
Mhm.
won another
Local
event
tournament.
in the Philippines. Yeah,
Mhm.
local tournament. So he was not at Rush MVP, but he will be at US Open, right?
That's
Yeah,
what Marboys are saying. So
and
all of the Marboys except for James Aranas
Oh,
will
mm,
be there. So yeah,
okay.
and they have
James
they have
Aranas,
a they have yeah they have a new guy.
he has a special
Mhm.
new guy.
They have a new guy,
Who?
Michael Bawanan. You know the Dark
Ah,
Phoenix.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Banyares, I
and
think, was mentioned also in the last live stream. I think he was offered a spot on the Marboys team also before, but he didn't pursue that position. I think Banyares was one of those players that are really more content in playing money games in the Philippines rather than going international.
I
So
see.
that's another
So
kind of really depends on the player as well, also what their goal is. So sometimes if they are more like comfortable just being competing locally, they don't really go to Marboys to pursue an international career. So I think that's the case
yeah,
for Jericho Banyares. But he's a
yeah,
monster of a player also. So
yeah, yeah,
it's shame not to see him compete internationally.
yeah. I think every organization like my boy, they have to get their criteria on picking the
mhm.
players. So I
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
understand that. But I received a lot of question about Toraga, and I just have to ask. And
yeah. Yeah.
in the Vietnamese fan base, they see Anton Raga as even better than Carlo Biado already. So it's
Yeah,
I had to ask
his
this question.
that's some like Anton Raga's high gear is really like very very high.
Mm.
You've
Yeah,
that match in Hanoi Open when he was up against Billy Thorpe. Billy Thorpe was 8-0 against him. He was still able to win to qualify for the last 64 from 8-0 to 9-8.
Yeah.
he's super cute. He's like
Teddy bear.
a baby. Yeah, like a
Yeah.
baby
Baby
playing
face.
pool.
Yeah, baby face. Yeah, but yeah, like Marl said, there's some talks that he's not going to go to the U.S. Open, so that's going to be a big disappointment for
For the
fans
fans.
if
Yeah.
he doesn't go through to that trip to the U.S. Um,
Yeah, but
But yeah,
we'll see him at Hanoi Open and Peri
I
Open. So
think yeah, he will
that's
be
cool.
there. I think
mm,
Yeah.
Peri Open and Hanoi Open at least.
The
uh,
Peri Arena in Da Nang,
Penang.
yeah.
the venue for Peri Open in this year
Hmm.
will
Mm.
be 100 table
Oh,
venue.
Wow,
wow.
really?
100
100.
table.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Is there like a qualifying stage
There,
for Perry Open
they said there's no qualifying of. I think there's none, right?
No
or none? All
qualifying
right.
Mhm.
because this year they will have the events for
56.
256 already.
Ah, right, right.
Last year only 128, but
Yeah.
this year double that size. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I
Exciting.
guess we will expect maybe 30 to 50 Filipinos joining.
Yeah. The previously you said like 15 or 16 Taiwanese player, but you are
Yeah.
wrong. Maybe 34, 40 already.
Oh,
Woo,
oh,
that's a
really?
lot.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Right, right.
They
Yeah,
post
yeah.
on their Facebook. Perry, they post on their Facebook maybe 32 if I recall
Hmm.
Or
correctly.
maybe that's where I saw it. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think
Uh,
Bricks was just very conservative on his
Yeah,
estimate.
I don't want to overestimate it. I don't want to hype the Chinese Taipei players too much. But yeah, it's a big increase in players, amount of players joining from Chinese Taipei,
Yeah.
right? So
And I bet
hopefully
there's yeah.
from the Philippine side, we can see the same number of players joining as well. There's a lot of players asking us also how to register in Peri Open. So I guess yeah, we'll know very soon the finalists
Oh,
of players.
no. There's an instruction on their Facebook page already. If
Yeah, yeah.
you're from Chinese Taipei, you can touch base with a certain guy from Chinese Taipei. If you're in the Philippines, there's a certain way to connect. So
Yeah, yeah,
please
yeah,
go check on their Facebook. Yeah,
yeah.
it's
I've
already
shared that
published.
image to them. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
already
I think
published
we're
about
gonna
the
see more.
registration.
We're gonna see more. What do you call this? Undiscovered monsters from the Philippines that will be joining there soon,
Mhm.
and maybe some from Indonesia as well. And I think Japan also sent a number of people, a number of players last year. So it's gonna
Um,
be a lot of Chinese, not Chinese. I mean, Asian players.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I
Mhm.
think some Chinese player will come too
Oh,
because
okay.
it's Perry. Yeah, it's Perry.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
they
sponsored.
will send
Yeah.
some of their pro.
I hope we can see what's his name, Wu Chia-ching. Hopefully he comes out.
Where's he? He's my he's my he's my idol because
Yeah.
some of my Singaporean friends said that he has the aura, the impression, the intimidation that no other
Mm,
players have. So I would
Mm.
love to see that in person
Yeah.
because no, even they describe Shane Van Bling or Chang Jung Lin, they do not describe in such a
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
intimidation as what. So I look very for. So I look forward to see them, but maybe not,
Yeah.
But
probably not.
hopefully he will. Hopefully he will.
Mm.
He's what, 34 now?
Probably.
34,
Yeah.
36 years old now?
If he was playing
Yeah,
like
the same
regularly,
as
or he could have been one of
I
the
think
greatest players. You know.
he I think he plays Chinese 8 ball and he plays for
Mm.
Zen now, Zen Q now.
Oh,
Mm.
oh.
We don't see them. We don't see him in the Hable stuff, right? In this Hable events.
No,
Yeah.
it's the Chinese 8 ball, not the Hey ball.
Um,
There's a two division of
Oh.
of that.
it's different.
One is from yeah, it's different. One is backed by WPA and the other is backed by Singpai. Singpai is another division and they are against
Mm.
WPA in
Mm.
the in China market already. So
Oh,
there's
okay.
separation and division within the Chinese 8 ball world there.
So there's like Zenpai and Hable. Not Hable, Joy. Joy, the brand.
Yeah, Joy and
And
Xingpai.
Zingpai. So there's
Yeah,
also like a, what do you call it, competition there in China as well. Mm.
yeah.
Mm.
They call them they call Heibo for Joy and Xingpai is Chinese 8 ball, I think. Yeah,
Mm.
Mm.
yeah,
Okay.
something
Chi-
like that.
So hopefully, I guess because what's his name? Wu Chia-ching is not under Joy or the Chinese Hable. We can see him more in WNT if his schedule matches up good.
Yeah, I think also the WPA, sorry, WNT, they also will explore the possibility to enter China market too.
Hmm. Because we
Because
have
from
there's one competition or tournament in September, the Zen U18 nine ball in it's a WNT
two,
ranking. Yeah, two of them,
yeah,
but
two, yeah,
the one that's happening is in September. The other one is gonna be in December, I believe, and it's gonna be
yes,
in
yes,
Shanghai. So
yeah,
pretty soon, hopefully, there's gonna be a big event in
yeah, I think,
China under WNT.
yeah, I think
Mhm.
we'll see him. I will see him.
Yeah,
It's a pity not to see him to compete anymore. So
yeah.
pity.
All right.
Alrighty.
I don't think I only promised Kuang for 40 minutes. But we're already running for like one and a half hours already. So I'm sorry for keeping you for that long. But uh,
It's okay. It's quite an enjoyable experience for me. Thank you for having me, and I hope for another opportunity too.
yeah, of course, we want to have you back very soon, especially talking about, Peri Open or Hanoi Open.
Yeah.
And yeah, hopefully soon we can talk again. And thank you very much for your time. Thank you for, uh, taking our
Again, thank you
invitation.
for
Yeah,
having me. Yeah, thank you for having me, and it was a remarkable experience for me. See you
yeah.
next time.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you,
you very
Cuong.
Okay.
much. Yeah,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, bro.
yeah, thank you.